so I'm requesting all the students to please stand, and you are already grouped accordingly from the beginning of our class. So before we start, I am requesting all of you per group to stay outside. Make sure that you fall in line. So group 1. Group 1, go. No. Outside. Outside. And as well as the group number 2. Alright, so we'll have our body temperature check. So the first to enter the classroom here. Group 1. Yeah, come on, faster. Okay. Body temperature check. Social distancing. Use the alcohol, my dear student. There you go. Very good. Okay. All right. 36.2. 36.2. All right. 36.3. All right. So we are all passed with our body temperature check. This time, may I request again everyone to please rise for our opening prayer. Let's close our eyes and let's put the presence for Heavenly Father as we say in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, as we gather before you, we humbly ask your presence today, Lord. Please guide us as we will learn another lesson for this morning. Please enlighten our minds, and I do hope that my students today will participate actively and genuinely. Please we ask in your name, in your glory. Amen. Amen. Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen. Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Very good. That is the energy. You may now take your seat. Alright, while you're sitting, make sure that your chairs are well aligned and well organized accordingly. And if you see some mess under the chairs that you are sitting to, please pick it up. Danilo. Okay, very good. And alright. Now, my dear students, how are you today?
Fine as the weather.
As fine as the weather according to Gabutan. Very good. What about you, Mary Grace? You're happy today. Very good. Now, students, how was your experience during the Typhoon Odette? It has been a month and 3 days after that devastating day. Were you able to prepare that day, my dear students? Roseanne, were you able to prepare for that day?
Not so, sir.
Not so. What about you, Gretchen?
Not so also, sir.
Okay, so I guess everyone is not ready during that time. That is why, my dear students, remember, when there is a typhoon, of course, it can cause floods, right? Now, let's be aware of the things that matter before, during, and after, especially when there is a typhoon, no? So we have here on the presentation, and I have here a handout. Okay? So, for us to prepare during typhoon, especially most of us are living inside or are prone to floods, right? My dear students?
Yeah. Olala.
Olala! Very good. So I will provide you handouts for this, no? It states here that during floods, of course, unplug appliances. Okay? Therefore, you unplug appliances during flood.
Sir, can
yes.
you copy on that, sir?
Yes, the Bhutan, I will provide you this.
How about my classmates, sir?
Yes, I will give them after the class.
After?
Yes, after the class.
It will be unfair, sir. Why?
Yes.
It will be unfair.
For the meantime, I will let you hand out, but I will provide the rest of your classmates.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And of course, when emergency arrives, my dear students, I have here some of the contact numbers, no? In Lanao City. In case of rescue, so there are sets of contact numbers there for you to save your cell phone. I want you to get your cell phone and save the numbers on the presentation. Let me see. Okay, very good, Roseanne. Okay, very good, Mary Grace. Very good, Annabelle. Wow, Danilo, you already saved it. And also Ray, very good. Oh, also Gretchen, amazing. Now, aside from the numbers that you can see on the presentation, my dear students, of course, you also have to prepare the emergency bag. You learned that one in your science, right?
Yeah.
What are the things that inside an emergency bag? Give one, Mr. Gabutan.
Band-aid.
Band-aid, of course. Very good. Amazing. What else? Yes, Mary Grace.
Water.
Water for emergency purposes. One more thing.
Flashlight.
Flashlight. Very good. All your answers are correct. No? So you have to be ready with your emergency bag, emergency kit. And inside the emergency bag are the things that are necessary for you when emergency arises. Now, my dear student, let us proceed to our attendance checking. So we'll be doing this uniquely. Why? Using the QR code attendance, you will present it to me while I'll be scanning your QR code attendance, and of course, you dance as the music plays. Okay? Are you still with me, my dear students?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. So I'll be asking Roseanne to play the music. Alright. So it's already there. And I'm requesting everyone to please stand. Okay. Okay. While the music is playing, you dance. So I'll be the one to dance first and I'll roam around to scan your QR code attendance. Okay, Roseanne? Alright. Stretch. Stretch runs. Alright. Move your hips. Okay. Alright. Stretch. Dance. Okay. Let me stand. Alright. Okay. You are present in my class, Mary Grace. What about you? You are also present, Roseanne. What about you? Okay, you are already present. Richard. Alright, Annabelle, you are already present. Okay, Danilo, you are present in the class. Oops. Okay. Oh, you are present already. That's one. Alright, good. Alright. Thank you so much, everyone. You can now be seated. Thank you, Roseanne. Alright. Alright. Okay. So, today, students, we will be learning another topic. Are you ready? Good. But before that, it is just and right to present to you our lesson objectives. The purpose of showing these lesson objectives for us to be guided. It's not only me, but also you. We'll be helping one another to achieve our learning objectives. So our lesson objectives are the following. Read our objective, Roseanne, for our knowledge.
Define the elements of a short story.
Very good. So you are expected to define the elements of a short story. What about the skills, Ray?
Detect the elements of a story through picture analysis.
Very good, Ray. So you are expected to detect the elements of a short story through picture analysis. What about the attitudes, Gretchen?
Demonstrate mastery of short story elements by creating a story drama.
Okay, correct. So you are expected to make a story grammar. What about the values, Danilo?
Initiate a solution to a problem that is responsive in daily living through differentiated presentation.
Exactly. So you are also expected to initiate a solution. It's responsive in the living through differentiated presentation. So we are already aware with our lesson objectives. This point in time, let us recap our previous lesson. Let's have a flashback. Okay? So I'll be presenting sets of images on screen. By looking at the images, you can easily detect and say exactly our lesson yesterday. So first, what is written or what is the caption on the presentation?
Telltale heart.
The telltale heart. What did you notice?
The heart is on.
Yes, Mary Grace?
The heart is on the ground.
The heart is on the ground. Thank you so much, Mary Grace. Marvelous answer. Speaking of heart, my dear students, do you know what's the size of our heart? Your heart?
Same as the size of
Yes,
our
Rose
face.
Ann?
I think, sir, the same as the size of our face.
Okay, that's according to our science teacher, that the size of our heart, your heart, is the same as 2 with the size of your fist. Let me see your fist, my dear students. Oh, wow, great. Your fist is very big. So, meaning to say your heart, oh, of course, your handsome. Alright, so, next picture, my dear students. What have you noticed? What are words that you have seen on this presentation? Give one. About? Author. Perfectly answered, Mary Grace. Author. Now, what else? Yes, Annabelle. Rip Van Winkle. Correct, Annabelle. Absolutely. What else? Yes, Danilo.
The rationale of the story.
Again?
Simple introduction of the story.
The simple introduction of the story, correct, Danilo. Now, my dear students, let me ask you, what do the images emphasize? How do these images relate to our previous topic? In short, what was our topic yesterday? By looking at these pictures.
About the story.
About
A short story.
the story of specifically Danilo.
Short story.
Short story. Let's give a round of applause to Danilo and say, Bongga Kadong. Say, 3 claps. Bongga Kadong. Ready? And 4, 3, 2, go. Bongga Kadong. Bongga Kadong. Okay. So, you are all correct that our topic yesterday is about short story. And we learned that short story is a work of fiction that focuses on one important event. From the word itself short, therefore the story is short. Huh? That is the best definition for that. And also, it is usually being read in one sitting. Okay? Now, do you have any questions about that? None so far, sir. Again, do you have any questions about that?
None.
So far, sir. Alright, so for this time, my dear student, let's gonna have an activity. Are you excited for activity today? Okay, I guess the Bhutan is really excited for our activity today. So we're gonna have picture story hunting activity. My dear students, I will give you, since we are already grouped accordingly, I will give you adventure passport at the same time adventure map. Okay? So let me present it. So the adventure map, my dear students, contains the location as to where you can find the piece. For group number 1, you have to find picture 1, picture 2, and picture 3. Okay? For group number 2, you need to find picture 4, picture 5, and picture 6. For the first location, your adventure begins on that location. So you will find Mrs. Gambaya to assist you. But before that, before you can get the pieces of pictures, you're gonna need to answer the questions that the assigned teacher will ask you to do so. And of course, if there are situational demonstration, you have to demonstrate. Okay? But I would like to emphasize safety first. Alright? Are we clear? And
reward, sir.
again,
What is the reward?
the reward is secret.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. Okay, so once you are done with a specific location that you have, no? Please ask the assigned teacher to sign your adventure map at the same time your adventure passport. That makes it, or that marks it that you are done in that specific area. Okay? So, that's the first location. You ask Mrs. Kabaya. For the second adventure, you ask Ma'am Kenchi. Okay? So for this group, your name of your group is Element. Okay, what's the name of your group? Element. This group, your name is Story. Okay?
Story.
Element group, Story group. Okay? So, I'm gonna give this to you and to you, Rose Ann. You stay in the class, but I'll give you some tasks to do because of your health condition. Okay? Sige. Now, I would like to ask. Here, take note when you're students, ha? Your adventure may be full of obstacles and learnings. That is why I emphasized a while ago, safety first.
Okay.
Be ready to demonstrate with us and answer the questions before you can get the one that you are looking for. Have you found the one that you are looking for?
Have you, sir?
Finally.
Of course, finally. Sana tuloy-tuloy na.
How many minutes?
You are given 3 minutes for this matter. So, just walk along, but make sure you come back here after 3 minutes. Alright, starts now. Roseanne, search the story of Dave's heart. Okay? Alright. So, keep safe.
Kalian, makuyog kami yan. Hari-hari tabi tangan. Oh, dongan. Again, my dear students, you are only given 3 minutes. So double time, my dear students. Don't forget to greet. Don't forget to greet.
Now I am preparing tasks for you to be done. Okay, first, just imagine that there is an earthquake. What are you going to do? Okay, very good. Since you've done well, so I'll give you where's the first group. Okay, so I'm going to give you the one and the second group. Okay, so assuming now that we are done.
Not yet done.
So, if you got dirty in your hands, what are you going to do? Okay, so you can proceed. Wash hands. Area where you will start warm.
Thank you, Mom Rams. Oh, mugna.
Okay.
Done.
We're done. Right. That one is done. In a break, you've done your part in a great way. So I'm going to give you this first group and the second group. Okay, good luck to your next station.
Wow, congratulations, students.
Thank you.
You forgot something. You forgot something. You forgot something. Okay. Thank you, thank you.
First,
Students, do not leave your group. Make sure you go together. All right. Students, we proceed to the next station.
Minutes left. Remaining. Ilan naman?
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Natapos work. Sige lang, kaya naman yung snack ko na.
Marv, siyanda matong snacks.
Oh, pala.
Okay, students, proceed to the next station. Rose Ann, have you done searching the story that I told you to do so? Okay. So, please read the summary. Where's the second location? Don't forget to greet.
Good morning, Mrs. Hermosillo.
And Mr. Colon?
okay, question number 1.
Yes.
Ito ba tayong mga bata? Okay, group 1, dali po nga ito group 1. First question. How many elements are there in the periodic table. Lucky options, we have letter A, 110, B, 115, C, 118, D, 121. Okay, answer. What's one group, sir?
2.
Makalumog sila, sir.
Ay, lumayan na.
Lubaanay lang.
Ah,
Lubaanay.
anong ba?
Sige.
1 to 1. 115.
1 to 1, 115. Wrong! Magsaman ka. Another guess. 118. 118. Letter C.
Wala sa ito. 110.
Okay, the correct answer is 118.
Alala.
Wow, kanino ha? Basta mo ang group na 1. Group 1. Manino ang premyo.
Wow, congratulations.
2. Very easy rat ang question. What is H2O stand for?
2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
H2O.
Water.
Okay, very good.
Okay, congratulations. The same thing. Oh la la. Congratulations. Don't forget something. Need to ask the assigned teacher.
Price na mo.
Right, 1 minute left, my dear students. Again, you go together. 1 minute left. Thank you so much. Ma'am Ken, salamat. All right, 40 seconds left, my dear students. Safety first.
Wangan ni Paigar ay right mo tika.
All right, be sure to be back in your seats, my dear students. All right, my dear students, please wipe your sweat. Wipe your sweat. Inhale and exhale. All right, my dear students, how was your experience before, during, and after the activity?
Fun.
Yes, Gretchen.
It was fun.
It was fun. Very good. What else? In the second group, the story group. What about you, Annabelle? What else? Everyone was really that excited and really supportive with our activity today. Now, what was the first station assigned you to do so?
Mr. Kampaya.
With Mrs. Kambay, what was the task? To demonstrate what? What to do when
Earthquake around.
there is an earthquake. So what are we to do if there is an earthquake? Let's assume the land is shaking.
First reaction.
What are you going to do, my dear students? Oh, I want you to demonstrate it today. Right this time, what are you to do if there's an earthquake? You need to duck, cover, and hold. All right, properly. Very good, my dear students. Shall we give a round of applause to everyone? And also, Roseanne, I assigned her task because she was able to join the activity a while ago because of her condition. So, have you already searched the story?
Yes, sir.
Roseanne, very good. That's something to do with our activity later on. All right. Now, my dear students, what you have found a while ago in activity has something to do with our lesson and our activity next later as we go along. So please, you keep it for a meantime. Now, my dear students, have you tried eating the now's fried food and delicacies?
Yes.
Yes.
Gabutan, have you tried eating one?
Definitely yes, it's kasakos.
Wow, kasamos, very good. Gabutan. What else? Yes, Gretchen.
Tinap-anan.
Tinap-anan, exactly. Yes, what else? Roseanne.
Nana's fried black lechon, sir.
Black lechon, of course. Thank you so much, Roseanne. So I guess everyone has experience eating the now's fried food and delicacies. I have here some sort of examples with the pride of the nows. Specifically when it comes to food. According to Gretchen, tinap-anan. We call it as smoked fish. So this is the illustration.
Right? No? Lamig ay smoke. And the second picture, the second is what? The bibingka. Have you tried eating this?
Yes.
Okay. So, of course, it's so delicious. Now, the question is, my dear students, what makes this food delicious?
Is
Yes, gabutan.
sweet.
Sweet, very good. What else?
The ingredients.
The ingredients, correct. Marvelous answer, Mary Grace. Because of the ingredients, the food becomes delicious. Right? Imagine, say for example, if the food that you are eating has no ingredient at all, do you think or do you find it tasty or delicious? No. That is why, because of the ingredients, that makes the food delicious. I have here picture analysis. I'm sweating. It's very hot in here because I'm hot. Okay, let's get out of picture analysis. I have here sets of images on screen. I want you to identify and to observe, okay, these pictures because later I'll be asking a question. The first picture, oops! What are the girls doing?
Smiling.
They are smiling, correct, Gretchen. What else?
Posing.
They are striking a pose. Very good, Danilo. Now, how many girls are striking a very nice pose? Can you count, students? Let us count. 1, 2, 3. Is this included? Huh? Students? Alright, so there are girls who are striking a pose. Second picture. Students, these are your schoolmates, even your classmates are very good SSG officers. Right? What are they doing, my dear students? Again?
Doing some cleanup drive.
Doing some cleanup drive. Okay, very good, Danilo. What is the answer? What else? What have you noticed?
They're bringing something.
They are bringing something. Very good, Gretchen. Let's have another picture. Oops! What are they doing? Based on their facial expression.
We are positive and negative.
Again, Ray?
They are positive and negative.
They are positive and negative. Correct. What else?
They are the manitises.
Okay. Alright, so based on their facial expression, they are having some trouble. Right?
Yes.
Oops! What is the guy doing?
Thief.
Is he having a fight with the wall? Okay. What about that? Where can you find this place? In our school, specifically Ginsai National High School. Oops! What about that? How many words are there on the screen? Let's count the word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What have you noticed in this presentation? With this image?
Ascending and descending.
Ascending and descending. Correct, gabutan. What about the words? Are you familiar with words written on the screen, my dear students?
Yes.
Yes, exactly the same. Okay. Questions. What do the images mean? Where can we find these images? How are these words or images related to one another? Anybody? Where can we find the images? Yes, Ray.
The last image was all about the situation of the climax in a story, wherein it was demonstrated on the previous pictures.
Okay, very good. Gabutan, shall we give 3 claps and bongga kadong to Gabutan? Ready, go! 1, 2, 3, bongga kadong! Alright, so, thank you, Gabutan. What else?
Elements of story.
Yes, Mary Grace?
About the elements of the story, the achievements of the story.
Oh, you mean the elements of the story? Okay, very good. Thank you, Mary Grace. What a wonderful answer. Show me 3 claps and bongga kaday to Mary Grace. 1, 2, 3, bongga kaday. Again, 1, 2, 3, bongga kaday. What else? Thank you, Mary Grace and Gabutan.
Last answer. Okay? Ray has a point, Mary Grace has a point. What about the others? What about the relationship of the teachers? Roseanne? Come on. I know you have the idea.
I don't have any idea.
Sir, Gretchen would like to answer, sir.
Yes,
She
sir.
told me.
Gretchen!
Oh.
What is the relationship of the images presented? Just your thoughts.
Answer. Katong ako kani.
This one.
All about the happenings inside the school.
All about the happenings inside the school. Correct, Gretchen. Let's give 3 claps and kung bunga ka dahil, Gretchen, ready, go! 1, 2, 3. Bunga ka dahil! Alright. So let's discover answers in the long run if your answer is correct. Okay, one of you answered an amazing story and others have also other answers. Okay. I have here a video clip, a short animated story about 3 little pigs. Please jot down notes if possible. With that short animated video clip, who are the characters of the story? Annabelle, which might answer? The 3 little pigs that, and the wolf, that's according to Annabelle. Now the thing is, thank you so much, Annabelle. How did you know that the 3 little pigs and the wolf are the characters of the story? They are in the story. Very well, my dear students. Later, let's discover if your answers are correct. Now, question. Among the 3 guided questions, my dear students, choose only one and answer. One representative for each group. The first question, if you were to choose, which among the 3 pigs do you admire most? Why? Second, if you were the 3rd pig, would you consider building the same house? Third question, if you were given a chance to revise the story, what would it be? Choose only one question and answer. Let's start from group 2, or the story group. Danilo, choose one question and answer.
Question number 1.
Okay.
If I were to choose which among the 3 pigs I admire the most, that would be the pig number 1. That's 1 plus 1, pig number 3.
Pig number 3.
Because the pig never, there comes a time, the pig was not so lazy.
Okay.
And then he is very hardworking.
Correct. Very good. Thank you so much, Danilo. 3 claps and bongga kadong for Danilo. Ready, go. 3, bongga kadong. What about the element group, Mr. Babutan? Choose only one question and answer.
Question number 1 still.
Okay.
I prefer the 2-1 who very lazy.
The very lazy, the 2 pigs.
Yes.
Why?
It doesn't mean that my character are same as them.
Ah, okay.
I like them because, of course, they will run and ask for refuge and try to look at it. The value for that is we are those persons who are good enough to accommodate them despite as to who we are.
Correct.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pringles. And bongga kadong to Mr. Babutan. Ready, go. What's your name? Bongga kadong. Alright. Now, so, as part of the trivia, my dear students, use your cell phone. I know you have the scanner, barcode scanner. You can scan this QR code for more information about pigs. Listen, pigs with a scientific name, Sosus propanologisticus, are highly intelligent and social animals that have been used in research for centuries. No? Imagine the most recent report on pigs used in research in the United States revealed that 50,777 pigs
were used in research protocols in 2019. And aside from that, my dear students, pigs are used in a wide variety of research areas, including toxicology and pharmacology studies. When we say toxicology, a field of science that helps us understand the harmful effects that chemicals, substances, or situations can have on people. So remember that, not only pig that can be eaten. Pharmacology is a branch of science that deals with the study of drugs and their actions on living systems. So therefore, pigs are not just only pigs. They are useful in several research areas. Wala na? Alright, so let's now have the main core of this session. Talking about elements of a short story. So do you have any idea about the elements of short story, my dear learners?
Oh, lala.
Again, do you have any idea about the elements of short story? Oh, lala. Again, think actively. Okay, now, I have here a picture on screen. Are you familiar with that picture? Huh? Buchero, bulalo, we call it in our language as linatan. No? How do you try eating linatan, my dear students? Lami or dili? Lami. Because of what? What makes it delicious? Because of the ingredients. And the ingredients, my dear students, has something to do with our lesson, which is the elements of the short story. And it's because a short story is like a dish. It needs ingredients to enjoy its taste. The same was true with the elements of a short story. We need elements, the 5 basic elements of short story, to make a short story nice. You agree with me? Alright, so without further ado, what are the elements of short story? The first one is the character. Okay, we have here the character. So, the character are the who of the story. When you ask who, you are referring to the characters defined as any person or animal or a figure presenting a literary work. Okay? So, according to some authors, the characters are the most important in a short story. Okay? Sir, what about the rest of the elements? They are still important, but the most important are the characters. And these characters, my dear students, are divided into 2 types. We have the protagonist. What do you mean by protagonist, Gretchen?
Protagonist is the main character in the story.
Correct. Protagonist is the main character of the story. So we have 2 types, my dear students. First is the pro. That means the main character, or we call it the good guy. Okay? As opposite to the protagonist, my dear students, we have the antagonist, the villain in the story. Opposite of the good guy, which is the bad guy. Okay? So we have here the pro and the antagonist. Okay. Next is this. Are you familiar with this film, Batman and the Joker? Yes. So Batman there is the protagonist, the antagonist is the Joker. Okay? Next basic element, we have the setting. It tells the reader where and when the story takes place. Where the story happened. When did it take place? Yes, so you are referring to the time and the place, the location. Sir, the question, what if the where and when is not present in the story? So you look for the physical condition. Okay? The atmosphere. The third is we have the conflict here. Okay? We're done with the character, we're done with the setting. Let's have the conflict. The conflict is the why of the story. Okay? Therefore, sometimes conflict is the spice of the story. Because of the conflict, the story is really nice. Alright? It's a battle. It's a struggling force. And we have some examples there. Huh? What do you see about this picture? They are fighting. Right? Are they fighting, my dear students? Yeah. Okay. We have also 2 types of conflict. The first type is the external. What's external? Outside. Okay. A struggle with a force outside oneself.
And this external conflict have categories. Man versus man, or that man symbolizes the character. Character versus character, character versus nature, character versus obstacle or society, character versus supernatural being, and character versus himself. Alright. So, a deeper look about the type of external conflict. Kung say character versus character, protagonist versus that? What? Antagonist, exactly. What is it character? Character versus nature, the character is having some problem with the force of nature. Society, of course, the law relates to the group, sometimes the culture. Okay? Character versus self, problem with deciding what to do or think. Oh, when you are undecided in yourself, no? Therefore, you're having some problem with yourself. Okay? But accordingly, the fourth one belongs to the internal conflict later on. Okay. What type of element is that? Can you detect my dear students? Huh? What type of element? I'm asking for the element. The character is correct, Mary Grace. What type of character is that? What type of character is this?
Protagonist.
This one. Antagonist. What are you doing?
Fighting.
They are fighting. If there are fighting, some struggles between forces, there is what? There is conflict. Very good. When there is conflict, what type of external conflict is that?
Man versus man.
Man versus man. Exactly. Or character versus character. What about the second image?
Man versus
What type of external conflict?
Animal versus
What type of external conflict is that? Everybody? Man versus? Are you sure? Man versus nature, correct. What about that? Take a look at the characters. They're surrounded with many people. Man versus? Society, correct. What about that?
Man versus himself.
Man versus, what about this picture? Huh? It's man versus supernatural being. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this picture. What element of short story is this? I'm asking for the element. Again? The character, correct. What about that? Who is the antagonist and the protagonist? Who is the protagonist, Lichen?
The virus. Protagonist.
Protagonist.
The face mask.
The one who is wearing face mask. Correct. What about our antagonist?
The
The
virus.
virus. Okay, the virus. Okay. So we need to be careful with the virus. So this time, especially the Omicron, right? That is why we have to wear face mask. Sir, why are you not wearing face mask? I have to distance myself to you. Okay, because I'm sweating already. Okay, that's the protagonist and that's the antagonist. What type of external conflict is this? External conflict. Man versus supernatural being or nature? Nature, correct. Why? Because it talks about global pandemic. Okay. So we have one type of external conflict. Internal, it's the man versus himself. Man, the character, is undecided. He's some struggle, battling with himself. That is internal conflict. Take note of that with your students. And we have the plot. So we're done with the conflict. Let's gonna have the plot. The plot is the chain of related events that take place in the story. Sometimes it's called as the order of events. And it's the what of the story. What happens to the story? It's the time that you have to state the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. And we have a separate discussion of this plot diagram next day. Okay, so we'll have a separate discussion of that with your students. So here, this one, okay, we'll have a separate discussion with this, the plot. The last basic element of short story is what we call as the theme. What's the theme? Okay.
It's the main idea of the story. It's not as a moral lesson, but it's actually the rule for living. The message, no, that you can get out of the story. So that's the theme. Now let's go back. What are the basic elements of a short story? We have the character, setting, plot, and the theme. These are the basic elements of short story. Now, my dear students, okay, let's go back to our picture analysis that we did a while ago. Let's try to answer if your answer a while ago is correct. Let's have the retention questions first. How many elements of short story found in the picture or video presented a while ago? Raise your hand if you want to answer. How many elements you can find on the video? Danilo?
5, sir.
There are 5, exactly. Now, what are these elements of short story? These elements of short story present in the video, Danilo? Justify your answer.
The characters, the
Yes.
little pigs, as well
Correct.
as people.
Mm-hmm.
The setting,
Mm-hmm.
the setting. It's in the
Alarm. Yes.
Mountain. And then the conflict between the 3 little pigs
And
the wolf.
Wolf, correct,
And
Danilo.
then the plot, the story.
The entire story itself.
The
Very
sequencing
good.
of events.
Yes, exactly.
And
What about the theme?
it's being hardworking.
Hardworking. Very good, Danilo. Let's give 3 claps and bunga kadong to Danilo. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Bunga kadong. Now let's go back to our picture analysis. Let me ask you, what type of element of short story is that based on the picture given? Yes, Mary Grace.
Characters.
Correct. Characters. Very good. What about that? Let's focus on the students. Characters. The same thing. Very good. What about that?
Conflict.
Very good. Conflict. What about that? What about that?
The theme.
The theme?
The setting.
Huh? The setting? Still, it's a conflict. Huh? This guy is having some trouble with the wall. No? And this man versus. What about that? The setting, the location. Okay. What about that? The plot itself, exactly. Now, it's now time to show yourself by group. The element group and the story group. You are going to make a short story. I'll give you 2 minutes to decide within a group. Okay? Your turn. This is now the time for you to come up with a short story based on the pictures you have there during the picture story hunting. The group will post the pictures on the tar papel pasted on the board. So I'll give you 2 minutes to decide. Take note, wait. Okay? The first group, the element group, you have to reveal the characters and the setting so that the next group will know the characters and setting because they will continue the story. So you will make a story out of the pictures. It's already 1, 2, so it's already 2. Okay.
Timer starts now.
Timer starts now. You decide how you decide. First is the character. Man and old man. Be sure. The characters are the man and the old man. Story group. And the setting. And the house. Okay, no? Group number 2. Proceed with your work. So all of you will present here using microphone because we are not living in a highly technological world. 1 minute left. You will use Taglish.
Hello, check. Test 1, 2. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. We'll have the element group stay in front, all of you, holding one picture, and you tell us the story based on the picture. And I'll be preparing scotch tape here. Okay, who's the first one? You, Mary Grace. Use this picture. You post it here, the first picture. The first picture. Okay, go.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
The first picture is a character, one of the character of the story. Is a man.
A man.
This is man.
Then?
Second.
Alright.
And
Next.
the second picture, there are two characters, a man and this one that is older than him, so an old man. And this, they are something in trouble or there's conflict between them. And then in the first picture, the man goes to the house of the old man while he was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't know what happened.
So in the first picture, there is a conflict.
Yes, in the
Okay?
second
And the third picture, the man goes to the
house of the old man.
room, the old man. Okay, thank you so much, Story Element Group. Shall we give 3 claps and go with the one there? Ready, go! 1, 2, 3, go like a go, go like a die. Alright. Shall we have group number 2?
Hello.
Yes.
So good morning once again.
Good morning.
Our pictures are just the continuation of the first 3 pictures.
Yes.
So the fourth picture, it seems that right after the third picture, the man went to the room of the older man, and then here in the fourth picture, it shows that he did something.
Okay.
Like we think nga iyahang gipatay ang older man.
Wow.
Kay nisulirat na ang mata ni sir.
Okay.
And then for the fifth picture,
Alright.
policemen are coming in.
Okay.
They were coming in because I think they know something is going on inside the house. In the sixth picture, you can see here that there's a confession being made with the man. He said that I confess, make it stop, probably according to Sir Ninyo and Annabelle, that the tick 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 here is the pounding and the beating of the heart of the older man, which made this man confess kay wala na conscientious sir.
Correct. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Shall we give 3 claps and bunga kadon dai to our second group? Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Bunga kadon, bunga kadai. Very good, my dear students. Let's give 5 claps for everyone. Now ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Congratulations, everyone. You did it right. The entire plot is really there. And the thing is, you forgot to put the title. Let's decipher the title of this. Group 1. Again? The Telltale Heart. How did you know that's the title?
It's in the story, the last part of the story.
Okay, it's in the last part of the story. Very good, my dear students. You already read the story ahead of time. Very good. Perfect. Now, do you have any questions about our topic, my dear students? None so far. Very good. Let's gonna have a differentiated task. Now, this is you're already grouped accordingly, and you decide for the group your learning styles or multiple intelligences. I'll give you a copy and instruction. So, if you were a character, this is the guided task that you are going to do. If you are a character of story and you're facing certain conflict about nature, society, humans, or even yourself. How you solve or handle the situational conflict or about situation that would somehow be responsive in your daily living. You say, you will not only just apply it here, but you will apply as you go outside the school. Okay, students, are you ready? Alright, so let me present first this. For the group of visual artists and writers, it's character versus character. You are going to formulate a phrase or slogan with an illustration that emphasizes the possible solution to cheer up oneself or to decide what it's going to do if one is experiencing health disease. For the group of verbal linguistic learners, list down or summarize and discuss enthusiastically the possible solution if one is experiencing conflict with the society. Next is, for the group of singers, present in the class a 2-minute rap or song about the possible solution if one is experiencing conflict with one's. Okay? The hard copy of the piece. For the group of actors and actresses, present in the class a 2-minute or creative enthusiastic role play for the possible solution of what to do before, during, and after natural calamities like earthquake, floods, and so on. For the intrapersonal learners, you write journal insight for today's lesson and read dramatically and enthusiastically. For the group of technology experts, those who have gadgets like personal computer and cell phones have access to internet, you may send your output through email and Facebook Messenger. I have here the list of things that you need to do. All you need to do is to choose what type of multiple intelligences you belong, and that will be your output for this session. Okay. So it is also just alright to give you or to introduce to you our objectives. So, wait for a while, huh? This is a rubric. We're gonna have peer assessment later on. So, I will explain you the rubric later on. Okay. You are guided with the rubric as not to be biased. Okay. So, please take a look at the rubric that I gave you a while ago, my dear students. There are indicators there: preparation, visual technological effects, speaking and audience impact, written output, and overall understanding of the topic, instilling values in students. If the perfect score for this is 24, in every indicator, the perfect score is 4. So there are indicators there on how to achieve 4 in every criteria. Okay? You get me, my dear students? You are given 5 minutes, and your time starts now. You choose one, my dear student, to what learning style you belong. Are you in a group of visual artists? Are you in a group of writers? Are you in a group of singers? And so on. For those who choose group of actors and actresses, you may have your rehearsal outside the classroom. I'll be guiding you. Oh, the three of you are a group of actors. Yes.
I'm a bride ng
Okay, very good. Okay, group of actors and actresses. It's up to your students because that is the learning style. Okay. Okay, very good. Kamutan. 4 minutes left, my dear students. Three minutes. Two minutes. Okay, last 1 minute, my dear student.
So I'll be the one to choose who's gonna perform first. And within the time, every students, you introduce the name of the group and of course the name of the members for each group. We call it the leaders, and describe yourself. Time is up, my dear students. Let us now have the lucky first group to present in here. Would it be okay if you will present it here?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Take note, very students, now whoever will present in front will observe because you will also rate them accordingly. They will give them a rating and I will collect the rating, your grade that you give to the group later on. Shall we have the first group? We have Ray and Mary Grace. A round of applause, please. Okay, you choose what? You are a group of
We are a group of
actors and
Sorcerers. Group of sorcerers.
and actresses. So describe yourself. Introduce yourself. Introduce your group.
This is first.
Okay.
My name is Mary Grace Seameo.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mr. Gabutan.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
We are here to present what to do before, during, and after the natural calamities like earthquake and flood.
Oh.
First, earthquake.
All right. Sir, my dear students. Okay. Okay.
Father.
Yes, daughter.
Facebook, there is a coming typhoon and possibly there will be a flood. We need to prepare. We need to prepare. Of course. So our survival kit are bad. Everything that we have to bring water.
Water, okay.
We're ready for that.
All right, thank you so much for your round of applause. Congratulations, Ray and Mary Grace. Very good. Okay, so your score overall rating for presentation. So if you want to rate it first, your score is 24. Congratulations, perfect. Next we have Roseanne.
Huh? Sir, I will sing. Sing.
Yes, you sing. You sing.
A
Okay.
little bit.
All right. So go, Roseanne. Okay. Introduce first.
Good morning, everyone. I am the representative of the group of singers. Kuno hay. Wala lang mo lahat, sir. Kaya na lahat. Ito, so about the font to sir, no?
Yes.
Akong top, sir.
Be ready, Annabelle. You're next.
Chorus na lang.
Short lang.
Pagkabigot, alinlangan,
Okay.
oh, thank you.
Alright! That's all. Let's give a round of applause to Roseanne! Wow! You have the potential to be a singer in the future. Okay, your score, Roseanne, is 23! Congratulations, Roseanne! Next, Annabelle. Be ready, Danilo. Alright, right. Okay, so you read it dramatically. Okay, just one sentence. One. Come on, here in front, Annabelle.
Perfect, sir.
Yes. Okay. Just one sentence. So you choose what?
Group of
Intrapersonal. So the insight for today's lesson. What's your insight for today's lesson?
Yeah, dramatically. I have learned the 5 elements of a short
Dramatically, and you got 24 points, Annabelle. Very good. Where's Danilo?
So I'm the representative of our group, sir.
Yes.
And we discuss with our groups that we will send our out.
Okay. The group is the group of culture experts.
experts. Very good. And our last but not the least, before that, your score, Nilo, is hindi pa. Sila to submit na. So, copy. Yes, Gretchen. Sige.
Ako, sir, kay Pato.
What have you chosen?
Representative of the intrapersonal learning.
Okay. Insights.
So I am going to write a journal or insight for today's lesson and read it dramatically.
Yes.
Dramatically, yes. I have learned that maybe during times of the pandemic and the typhoon, as a Catholic that I am, I will just pray
Okay.
and lift up everything to God.
Wow.
Dramatically.
Okay, congratulations. Give all applause to Gretchen. And the score to Gretchen is 23. Congratulations. Let's give round of applause to everyone. You learned something today, class?
Yes, sir.
You learned something today, class?
Yeah.
Very well. So your assignment, my dear students, is that we're going to give this by group, no? That's the element group and the story group. That is a graphic organizer. No? You have to supply the elements of short story in a story entitled The Telltale Heart. Okay? You get me, my dear students?
Yes.
Alright, so after our class, please approach me because I will give the hard copy of the one that I told you during the first presentation that we had a while ago. And for the wrap up, my dear students, let's have the importance of short stories, the elements of short stories in our real life. One volunteer from each group. What's the importance of these elements in relation to our life? In relation to your life, please. Yes, Gretchen.
Just like the 5 elements of a story, our life has many twists, many plot, conflict, but still at the end, we must know that it will always be a happy ending.
Correct, very good. Happy ending lang yun. Very good, Gretchen. Nice answer. What about here in the element group? Who's representing? Rosa, do the honor.
The 5 elements of short story brings all the spices in our lives also. Because without those, probably life is boring.
Correct.
Without problems in life, it will be boring.
Yes.
And that's all.
Thank you so much. Let's give one of you know the trees, you know the problems are the conflicts, right? So let's just be happy and let's keep safe all the time. Thank you so much, my dear students. Have a wonderful day ahead. Let's call it a day. See you soon, everyone.
Goodbye and thank you, Sir Kapuyan.
Alright, thank you so much and have a good day. Alright. Una na lang ha, makakuha na tayo sa
Isa lang attendance.
Uy, hello sa mga picture sa kanya. Ay, answer na, picture sa
Picture para sa vlog.
Sa vlog ta. Mamaya yan.
Father, agad hindi pinagbarugon.
Sinunda ko man si Kuya Luis sa siya. Bakit ito siya recording na apil ka man yan.
CCTV ni Alex.
Lawan. Ay. Tapos, dari picture na siya. Alin mo yan? Ay, awa na lang. Automatic na lang. Okay. That's all, mga sponsor. Please subscribe to YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Okay, sige na po. Okay. Thank you, everyone. That's it. Thank you so much for participating. Wait.
Siyempre lang sila sa snacks.
Otang ba? Amazing. Amazing.
Si Sir, mag-picture. Ayaton lang na ito, mamaya, no?
Ay, kita rin ballpen. Mo rin ballpen.
Ako anak ka.
Ano lang sa tapos ko nun. Dito na ako niya din na komentahin mo.
Sige.